What up, though? Ledge here, chill with me. Wake y'all asses up, man. Good morning, battle rap. Good morning, battle rap world. I can go for a nice omelet with a little bit. Oh, you ever had omelet with broccoli? No, shit is wonderful. Or you can cheat. You can cheat if you want to cheat. You don't feel like cooking. That's cool. Timmy Hortons, Timmy Ho Ho's, as I like to call it. People still go to Dunkin' a little bit. If you go to Dunkin', that's cool. That's cool. Um, I don't even know how I should be. Sometimes I still go to McDonald's because the McGriddle is still the McGriddle. I know we all. Oh no, it's just I'm the only one who's gonna be trans. All right, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't act like y'all too good for McDonald's. Okay, that's all. I only rock with their breakfast menu. You would never see me get anything else from Mickey D's, man. Never. Just breakfast. The flapjacks, preferably. The flapjacks are good. Anyway, man, we're gonna go right ahead and talk about what we need to talk about. It was two big events. Shout out to the other events that took place over the weekend. I haven't got a chance to see them yet, such as it was a card that my man John Black, Big Slap, over there had. It had like royalty versus Young Cannon. Then you had the culture event where we did a giveaway for called Capital Punishment 3 down in Texas. They had A Ward versus Lou Castro headlining. So we'll get updates on that as the week continues. But no, you know where we gotta go. You know we gotta go there. We gotta go there. We gotta go. No holds barred 3. URL. Oh wait. It's Queen of the was you. It's it. You see on the flyer. URLTV presents Queen of the Ring. So it's like the merger thing. Which I get it. I would still like to see them stay on their own a little bit, show a little independence. But hey man, if you got friends in high places, why not use them? I guess. All right. And this was a heavily anticipated card. You had some premier names on there, a couple of names that are just getting finally getting their just due, a little bit under the radar, and then you got the jewel. I'll call her the jewel of this new wave of women in Prestavia, and we can kind of just get into her battle now because it dropped the very next day. If you're seeing this now, it dropped yesterday. Um, was it kind of written in the stars for her battle, a Christian battle rapper, dropped to be on a Sunday? I guess, but it was pre-recorded, so it wasn't that. I don't think it was that impactful. Um, but yeah, man, Prestavia is just tough to beat when she's clicking on all cylinders. She got angles, punching, projection, breath control, different patterns, like really, really sharp, just approaches and unique approaches. Pacing is really good. She got like a lot of components that you would want. I will say this with Prestavia though, she's doing that thing that we kind of got on. What's his name? Murder. Murder kept bringing up a topic that no one really was bringing up too much, like he thought, which was he sound like twerk and all that. He would bring that up. What I'm noticing her battles, like the last 3, she keeps trying to. I know it could be looked as counter writing, but at some point it kind of dampens your own material. It looks like you're lacking creativity because you keep attacking the same angle, and the angle that she keeps attacking is, oh, a Christian can't have gun bars. Like I get it, like you're disproving that with like your opinions that or some that might be factual within your opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say next battle, don't even be on the complete attack. When you're on the attack, you're not counter writing and being defensive, trying to diffuse some shit someone else says. Because I want to hear more of that dope pen that you got attacking the person, like that, attacking their character or their flaws. Really good. I thought it was a 3-0. Diesel was solid, a little choppy here and there. Somebody mentioned that she wasn't as aggressive, and it could have been nerves because that was her first time in the caffeine setting with like a lot of big names, a lot of people in high places that are watching her, maybe probably the first time live. So it showed Prestavia to show poise and like some real vet like capabilities. Like she came across like a vet on that stage, and clear 30. Is it a body? I wouldn't say it's a body because I felt like although Prestavia's third was really good, or it was good, and I know it was the length of her build ups was long like that for a reason. But y'all know my slogan or my saying and my theory is like the longer the build up, the harder and more dynamic the payoff should be. So you're gonna have this long build up. You gotta have something that's a bomb to make it all worthwhile for a listener. You know what I'm saying? But she got it. She got it. She got it. I wouldn't call this a layup. People are being a little disrespectful to Diesel, but she showed why she was the favorite. Prestavia showed why she was the favorite going into that matchup. So salute to her. But we're gonna get into the card. But before we get into the ladies, there was some business to be addressed and attended to. And I'm talking about UM4 semifinal match, the last semifinal match. To meet the one and only MVP. Shout out to MVP from St. Louis, to meet him in Houston to go against in the finals for that one prize, which is the 25K, and a shot to be on one of the biggest cards, if not the biggest card of the year. So, real name Brandon next. They've been scheduled to battle each other for a minute now. Finally happened, and I must say it was cool. It was a cool battle. Wasn't like Nico, and I know Nico, those are his people for real. So it's his job to kind of elevate it. And I told him it had. When I'm right, I'm right. I told him, I said, it's definitely not going to be an ass battle, but you putting a lot of pressure on it. It's not going to be a classic. It's going to be a cool battle that's going to have some replay value to it. And I think that's what we got. I think we got some replay value. I believe I like next first round a lot, but I did have Brandon winning all 3 rounds. I'm not even going to hold you. I had him winning all 3. Jay Black made a great point when it came to next. 2 people made a great point with next, right? Jay Black, when he said, but I don't want Next to stop doing this. So I get what he's saying, though. When he's doing all that movement, like going around you and then like going to the camera, to me it's dope when it hits. Like he did all that shit against Murder and it hit. The reason it didn't hit, he did all that and it didn't hit just because, I don't know, the material just didn't come, like the ending, the boom, it just didn't hit. But it's a very hot and cold thing. But I want him to keep doing it because when it lands like that, that's a potential game changer in any round with anyone when he does it correctly. But I did agree with Black in saying when his shit doesn't hit and he does all that movement and he gives you a bar that you just like, it kind of, that's a lot to do. It kind of just, makes the rest of the whole round kind of feel flat after that. As far as real name Brandon, he was just really consistent, and yeah, his I wouldn't call it aura, but his presence. It would be his presence, and the way he can command like people's attention, and he's not really saying much. Not saying he's not saying shit like he got bad bars, but what I'm saying is he's not really taking you somewhere that's overly complex while he's breaking you down. Like if you listen to the third against Next, when he's schooling them, like the art of war shit and the other shit, it's not hard to follow, and I guess that's what makes it more enjoyable for a lot of people when you're doing this breaking down someone, but you're like kind of getting to the point of what you're saying before you even end your bar, but then he still ends his bar pretty well. Like that, or in his sequence, I would say, that's when you know you got something. So yeah, I just felt like round one and 3 were closer than I think people give him the credit for. I don't think Next was bad. I just think he didn't. Sometimes it just comes straight up. It comes straight down to just the approach he had just didn't work. In his mind, you ever had just something in your mind that sounds great, and then when you go out there and try to test what your mind was telling you to do or coming up with, it just not as good as you envision it. And I just felt like with Nex's material, that he thought might shake a room or might be effective just wasn't effective. Sometimes, hey, some elite coaches fuck up in any aspect of sports. Like, hey man, I got the game plan wrong. What you want me to do? We'll be back next week. And that's how he got to look at it. He didn't seem like he was too bothered by it when I saw his interviews on Hip Hop is Real or 15 Minutes of Fame, one of those. So, moving on, Real Name Brandon versus MVP. That should be a goodie. And then the women took center stage, starting off with See the Boss versus Farrah Funeral. And I had picked Farrah. I didn't do good this time around, man. I ain't gonna lie. I picked Farrah to win, to reclaim one of them seats on the throne, and all that good shit. See, the Boss came out very comfortable and confident. Like to see that when somebody's making their debut with all these eyes watching. She never seemed like really shaky and nervous to me. And I thought her round was solid, but beatable. But like it was gonna take a little something to beat it. Farrah, we talk about wherever we talk about it factor, that star quality, like Farrah just exudes it, right? She exudes that. But it doesn't matter when you're stumbling. You're stumbling all over the place, heavy stumbles. And be that as it may, in the first round, her stumble wasn't significant enough to not possibly get her that round, because I felt like she got that round even with the stumble, because she was saying some wild shit to See the Boss, man. It was dope. And she stumbled but recovered. Now, maybe somebody might call it a choke. You call it a choke, I'm not mad at you. I just more looked at it like a stumble. And it was downhill after that. It was weird because C3 got better. See the Boss got better each round. So it even put more pressure on Farrah. And then by the Farrah, damn, I had faith in you. Third round it wasn't it either. Like, it's just it. I don't know. Look, Farrah is in high demand. Farrah is a high demand artist, especially within the women ranks. So all these people that was calling my show saying, "Oh, Farrah not gonna get booked again," or "We ain't gonna see her for a long time," it's not true. And if we don't see her for a long time, it's probably her choice. It's not like she can't get booked. She got other shit going on, other business ventures, I'm sure. So, if she don't come back, I don't think Farrah gonna be like, "Hey, I'm willing to come back," and the owners will be like, "Nah." I don't see that happening. So, shout out to See the Boss. Her third was really good. Yo, See the Boss. If you got some more rounds in the tuck like your third round, we cooking with grease. Ooh, are you kidding me? Cooking with grease. So shout out to that. Next battle was "Hello Darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you again." God, Yoshi. For those of you who don't know why I'm singing that song, y'all see my podcast name, Top Tier Podcast. You're on the channel. So while you're on the channel watching this, go to the video that says Lady Yoshi G versus Lady Caution. You will see that it's clearly a body bag on the thumbnail, because this was a body bag. Like, she was floating, man. Yoshi was floating. Now, the allegations, I keep seeing it, but she didn't write this. Bro, you okay. That's what you think. You don't know that. Do you know that? No, you don't. You think you do. And as long as you think you do, you're going to discredit a woman who might have just did homework, studied. She even said in her interviews, the whole walking around you and all that shit, she said she got it from Rum, because Rum be doing that sometimes. She's a student of the game. Maybe she can just be a student of the game. I'm here to judge the material. I'm not here to be a mystery solver. Like, I don't know, man. It's unsolved mystery shit, man. Don't know. What I do know is the material that I heard. That's performer of the night type of material. Dog, she got Caution up out of here. I felt it was over with from Caution from the jump with the whole 8 Mile like rendition, which I was in the building when Snake Eyes tried to do it versus Times here in Detroit like months ago. So he kind of did that whole theme in the first round as well. Didn't work for him. Didn't work for Caution. This was a 30 sack of work. 30-second work. Yeah, I'm just gonna move on. I've said what I needed to say in the video, the body bag video. Check it out. If not, it's cool, right? C3 versus Vixen is one that I thought was gonna be battle of the night, but I don't know. People seem to fuck with it, but honestly, I felt a little underwhelmed, and it was mostly about Vixen. I'm not gonna lie. I had Vixen winning going into this, but she lost to me. I thought she lost clear. People were saying 2-1 debatable. I think C3 got her. I think C3 got her. Rounds one. Round one for sure. Round one is sure. I want to say rounds 1 and 3. I think that's what I want to say. I did like Vixen's approach with the jokes early in that second, and then turned it up to the back half. So she probably got that. So shout out to Vixen on that. But C3 was just, her shit was just more direct. I said this on the show because for all these caffeine shows, pay-per-views, I go live right after that for a post show. In case you didn't know, but what I came away noticing from that battle is Vixen relied on flips a lot and like little shit about her sexuality. C3 was attacking her status and things like that. Things with a little more substance to it. You know what I'm saying? I felt like that's what made the difference. Now, is this one of those battles where possibly once it drop on the app you can change? Maybe, but I don't know. I've never really even thought about that, but yeah, that's what happened. I'm going with C3. Vixen is still Vixen, though. Do not get it fucked up. Do not. Do not. And then we talking main event, man. 40 versus KCJ. It's very rare that not very rare. I don't like to over exaggerate. It's not. It's kind of rare sometimes. It can be rare for the main event to be the best battle. It can be. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's just the nature of the business, man. When you got all these people standing in line and waiting, get to the main event, after all that screaming, yelling, or booing, you be like, I'm over it. I'm over this shit. So yeah, man. 40 versus Casey was good, man. Battle of the night. I thought Casey came out strong, really strong. I think the first 2 rounds to me are debatable, but I feel like the third, to me, the more I can't. Should I say that I watched it? But on the more you watch it, for me at least, I feel like 40 got it. But then I don't know. The first was pretty clear for 40. To be honest with you, she could have possibly 30 Casey. I'm not gonna hold you, Casey fans. I know it. I know that hurts to hear, and it might not be true to y'all. Y'all might really think KCJ won, and I get it, but to me, what was the difference was KCJ was saying fire shit within the same cadence, and I felt like I was hearing the same. I don't know. She just sometimes she be in the same pocket for too long, and it feels like it's drawing shit out. Whereas 40 had that talk to you vibe, then she get into a little multi vibe. She get into a whole scheme. Like she was doing a lot. That air conditioner line, and then told her like, "No, you my air." Like that was dope. That was a dope bull moment. Like this look is a look for you, not the other way around. So 40 capitalized on just being a vet, got the numbers to back it up. She was on her surf shit. That's like what Surf and Hitman known to do. Talk about their views and their impact and things like that, and make you feel like a guest. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was different, man. It was different. I got 40, man. 2-1. If you wanted to give her all three, I ain't mad. I'm just, yeah. Casey was fire though. Casey, I feel like this is one of her best combinations of pin and actual like aggressive performance shit. Sometimes I feel like she's heavy one way or the other. Like, okay, she's heavy lyrical in that punching bag right now, but that's about it. Switched up. I think 40 is just amazing, man. She's amazing when she wants to be. She showed up. She wouldn't. She said, "No, no, no, Bardashians. You think I'm gonna be the joke of the night? Think y'all about to have memes? Think y'all about to have memes of me and gifs of me? No, we out here. We talking Boston in the building. I'm not from Boston, but shit, they made me feel like it. Made me feel like it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them again. And yeah, man, it was. So let's look at the card. Let me scale of 1 to 10. If I included Diesel, like just battles, I judge off the back and forth. And to me, there were two back and forths, which were the top two. C3 and Vixen was a little back and forth, although C3 might have got that a little much more clear if I really look back at it. And then 40 and Casey, like those, yeah, those were the ones. Those were the ones. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, man. Shout out to Queen of the Ring. Shout out to URL. We have to move on to another event. King of the Dot at it again. Look, keep throwing these season one matchups, and they keep delivering for the most part. This time they kind of shook shit up where they had a couple of battles from the West region and a couple from the South. And yeah, man, I had a good time watching this on the Sunday while football was like kind of in this transition from all the noon games into like the evening one that happened. Shout out to the Rams and Matt Stafford. You know what I'm saying? Even though my wife is kicking my ass, or has kicked my ass in fantasy for week one, we gonna pretend I ain't say that. But anyway, so yeah, man, like I said, I like the season. I like what it's doing. It's like you get a chance to see someone who maybe got torched the first round, then they come back and redeem themselves, and now there's a standings of wins, losses, and it gets you into a playoff. I feel like that system is fly to me. I hope we see it next year and years beyond. It's good. It's really good. Saint versus Bobby Lee was first. Saint versus Bobby Lee was first. Good battle. Good battle. I do think Saint recovered and got this dub. They gave it to him. I had it 2-1 as well. You're just saying a lot of dope shit, man. Just back to back punching, but little angles here and there, and fucking up Bobby Lee's name. But Bobby Lee was good too, much better in this battle, in my opinion, than he was in the battle versus Madflex, in which Madflex got the perfect score of 150 on him. He was good, man. He was really. You can actually debate this. I know a lot of people in chat saying this wasn't debatable. I actually thought it was, but I do think Saint got it. Saint got it. Saint got it, and he improves to like 1-1 for the season. So we'll see what he got next. I don't know these guys' schedule like after the battle, so I don't know who. Anybody could be next. Rematch versus Fate. I don't know who it is going to be. Soros was looking to bounce back from a battle versus against Cali Smooth where he loses. He chokes really bad, really bad. That was a bad one because it's kind of worse when it's like just deadpan silent. Like they was rooting for him, and it was bad. And he went against Active, a guy who was getting, I wouldn't say ducked, but his battles, he was supposed to have been on here. I believe Jag has dubbed him a couple times due to whatever family problems or issues or something like that, or tragedy, I believe is what the proper term would be for that. But be that as it may, Active finally gets his chance to battle. He battles the Soros, who also was going to battle him weeks ago, but he caught COVID, right? So here it lies, Active to kind of like set the record straight, and he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball, man. Thesaurus, I felt like was just, and this ain't like the best Thesaurus I've ever seen or anything like that, but this is, you talk about clean and just really just showing levels of why he's considered a Hall of Famer or a legend and all that, and why other people aren't right now. And it was just it was a clear 30. It wasn't no body bag, nothing like that. It was just he won every round. He just didn't really waste too much material. He didn't waste too many bars. It was pretty attack mode. Active tried to fight back. In my opinion, I think that was the second round. Gets a little, a little extra with taking homeboy hat off and doing impersonations. Can't allow that, but it is what it is. I didn't see. I didn't see the Soares make too big of a deal about that, so neither am I, to be honest with you. But yeah, Active has to hold that L, man. Active was good for a little period, but the Soares was on one. On one, all right. Next one, I remember. I don't remember the order. I think might have been Reggie P versus Bad News, and Reggie P coming off a good performance versus Bricks. There was a few people willing to see one. Oh, was ready to see him again to see was it a fluke, was it he really like that. And while this performance doesn't improve any of the reasons, it was a drop down from his previous performance, in my opinion. It just wasn't as entertaining. For one, wasn't as entertaining, and two, just wasn't good punching from him, in my opinion. I feel like News got this pretty clear. News, I don't know why, like his shit is hitting in, over there in King of the Dot. But I remember some of these lines, not that he's recycling, but I remember lines similar to this that no one would never really react to, or the setup wasn't all that crazy. But he's getting by, man. He's getting work. So he like two. Was he 2-0? Didn't he beat He beat Street Hymns. He beat Street Hymns. That's right. He beat Street Hymns. Now he beat Reggie P in an okay battle. Riggs versus Scotty was really good. To me, that was the battle of the night. Riggs versus Scotty. And Scotty, to me, you can say maybe Riggs got around, but that might, I don't know, man. And it feels like I'm giving out a lot of 30s, man. But some of these dudes just don't stop. No, you know what? I'll say 2-1. 2-1. Because I do remember Scotty's, I believe it was the first, just wasn't hitting like that initially, but gained momentum. I think with Riggs has trouble, or has had trouble with guys with personalities like that, star power qualities. They may not be a star, but star like qualities. Like Scotty, Scotty is very witty, humorous, like with the accent, the things he says to you. Got a commanding personality and presence. Sometimes that kind of outshines what Riggs does in these type of scenarios. But Riggs stood up to the challenge. I just think he just didn't have enough ammo to compete, and that happens sometimes. Maybe he's saving it for the stretch run of the rest of the season. Who knows? Sometimes it's chess, not checkers, and we don't see it. But I thought it was a good battle. Bricks versus Johnny Storm was one that, again, pretty clear. Johnny got this one. Although Bricks was saying some shit, Bricks has been good for a minute. Bricks has been good for some years. He gave quality performances against some of the names that's on his card already. And yeah, I don't know, something about it was just something about it where it just wasn't all the way Bricks. It was just missing the mark a couple of times. With Johnny Storm, you could see that he kind of looked at the game tapes and revised and got some shit together, got it right, and didn't just rely on rhyming really well, but actually having substance behind what he's rhyming and putting together. Not saying he always lacked substance, but I felt like it was more emphasized with the way he wrote it and the way he performed it this time around, as opposed to seeing him versus Carter Deems, which is, especially if it's going to y'all in trouble against Cardi Deems if Carter Deems. I say Cardi Deems. If Carter Deems was I don't know. He's tough to beat. If this battle's going to the judges, excuse me, the fan vote, they fuck with him heavy, bro. They fuck with that guy heavy. But Johnny Storm moves on. Again, the winners were News. Bad News. Scotty, Johnny Storm, Thesaurus, and Saint. And it was a good night. It was a good shout out to King of the Dot. Now I will say, if I was you guys, I would find a different little pocket to play this battle, to play these battles. Now that football, the NFL is back, it's gonna be a little, it's gonna be a little different in viewership. I don't know. I don't know what your demo is. I'm pretty sure a lot of them want to watch the game as well. So, be that as it may, have your shit in order. I'm sure you got that shit figured out. I'm looking forward to seeing Enes debut. I don't know I don't know what region they getting hitting next, but I'm already looking forward to seeing what Enes is going to do. But that's neither here nor there. King of the Dot. They keep rolling. They keep rolling. And props on the Monster Energy Drink sponsorship. You see the M glowing in the background of these shots that they be taking at these different locations. They getting that money. All right, must be nice. Y'all can share that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gotta be so damn stingy, but it's all good. I guess I can still show up. But yeah, no, King of the Dot, salute. And that was the short and sweet one. Thank myself, because I ain't had no fucking guests this time. Or no, reporters from in the building, reporters, which is cool. I was able to communicate with y'all, short and sweet. Like I said, there were other events that I wasn't privy to seeing just yet. The card that John Black and his people over there got with, like I said, was with the headliner was Royalty, who, if you've seen him in the Crucible, if you're from the West, you're familiar with him. He went against Young Cannon, who was, Young Cannon, and he always put in a quality performance no matter the league or tier or platform that he goes to. And then you had the culture with A Ward versus Lou Castro, the culture down in Texas going on. If there was any other joints I missed, my apologies. Next week I'll probably try to hit y'all with like a battle to watch and all that good stuff. But in the meantime, always keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We out.